Pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Welcome in. Brock Boulding with you. It's Duke against South Dakota State. South Dakota State 11-12 on the year. Duke has won 17 straight. Team record 17-1, 9-0 at home this year. Mia Jarecki leads things off here for South Dakota State against Cassidy Curd for Duke. And the opening pitch is outside for ball one ball and no strikes. We are underway at 2:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At the plate is Mia Jarecki, batting .377 for the year, 3 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, called strike there, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Mia Jarecki at the plate, 5'8" junior from Papillion, Nebraska. Last year she was named first team All Summit League, hit .377 for the year last season. Strike 2. In the circle today for Duke is right-hander Cassidy Curd, 5'7" sophomore from Port St. Lucie, Florida. She was the winning pitcher in a Tuesday's win for Duke over Elon, allowed no runs, no hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts in 5 innings of work and threw 74 total pitches. That one's fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits out of the Summit League, 11-12 record on the year. 1-2 pitch outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitcher is Cassidy Curd for Duke. Curd throws 67 to 70 miles an hour, according to head coach Marissa Young. Fastball, curveball is what she throws, along with developing an off-speed pitch this year. A power pitcher who works up in the zone, gets a lot of strikeouts, so there's a strikeout right there. Strike 3 on Jarecki, a swing and a miss, out number 1 in the inning. Strikeout number 1 in the game for Cassidy Curd, 1 away here in the Jackrabbits' first inning. Akela Bernard now the batter. Bernard hitting .275, 1 home run, 10 RBIs on the year. There's a called strike. Umpires today, Roger Potts calling balls and strikes. He's behind the plate. Chris Chubb, the first base umpire. Jacob St. John is the third base umpire here this afternoon. Bernard at the plate, 5'7", a freshman from Cabot, Arkansas. Here's the next pitch. Called strike, outside corner, and she's down to the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Curd with the windmill wind, and here's the 2-2 pitch. On the corner, called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Cassidy Curd. 2 strikeouts in the game, 2 outs in the inning. 2 up, 2 down for the Jackrabbits here in the first. Emma Osmundson is now the batter. Osmundson hitting .431 for the year, 23 games, all starts, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs for the season. Called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Osmundson, 5'10", senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. In one of the games last weekend at the Arkansas Razorback Invitational, she went 1 for 2 with a run scored, 2 RBIs and a walk against the Razorbacks. Here's the next pitch. Inside, count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Osmundson at the plate. Second team All Summit League a year ago for the Jackrabbits. She has 41 career doubles at South Dakota State, second most all time, 4 away from owning that record to herself. Here's the 1-1. Foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. South Dakota State this year, 11 wins, 12 defeats. It won 3 games and it lost 3 games at the Woo Pig Classic in Fayetteville, Arkansas last weekend. Here's Curds 1-2. That's fouled back to the screen. The Jackrabbits beat 15th ranked Arkansas in one of those games 7-3. It's the program's second ever win against the nationally ranked opponent. This Jackrabbits team voted as the preseason favorite to win the Summit League title this year. Last year went 39-19 and went 17-0 in Summit League play last year. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down she goes on strikes, and the inning is over as Curd strikes out the side to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base after half an inning of play. It's San Diego. Jennings batting .459 for the year. No home runs and 7 RBIs. Takes ball 1 ball, no strikes to Jennings. Jennings, 5'6", sophomore from Houston, Texas. In her last game on a Tuesday in the win at Elon, she went 1 for 4, scored a run, and stole a base. Outside. But they say Jennings went around on the swing. Can't even up 1 ball, 1 strike. So the pitcher is Tori Kanishi, 5'10" senior from Wayne, Nebraska. Digs in the 1-1 pitch. Lofted foul, third base side out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the pitcher is Tori Kanishi. Talked to Coach Christina McSweeney before the game. Asked her about Kanishi. Says that Kanishi throws pretty hard, 67 to 69 miles an hour. Throws a fastball, rise ball, then a changeup as well. Says she can locate her pitches well on both sides of the zone. Controls the counts well. Controls hitters well, she says, and keeps hitters off balance. There's a ball upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Just inside off the plate, and the count is full on Jennings at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Duke, this season, 17 wins, only 1 defeat. 9-0 at home this year. It has outscored its opponents at home 93-7 in 9 games so far. Hit to short. Rosalind Carrillo over to first in time, 1 out of the Duke first inning. It's a Duke team that began its season in Mexico, lost to number 1 ranked and defending Women's College World Series champion Oklahoma. Since then, the Blue Devils have won 17 straight, 17-1, 3-0 in ACC play, 9-0 at home this year. Anna Gold is now the batter. Gold hitting .302 for the year, 6 home runs, 22 RBIs, and there's a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Anna Gold has 35 career home runs. That is tied for the most in Duke program history. Needs 1 more home run to break that program record and have it all to herself. Last year, Gold set a Duke single season record with 19 home runs in the season. Also had 56 RBIs and stole 10 bases in 2023. Kanishi in the 1-1. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. One of 2 games here today, a doubleheader here at Duke Softball Stadium this afternoon. Second game to start at around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Game 3 for tomorrow has been canceled. 85% chance of rain all day tomorrow here in Duke, North Carolina, in Durham, North Carolina. Here's the 2-1. That is ripped foul down the left side. Can't even up on Gold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gold at the plate, 5'7", and a junior from Ballston Spa, New York. Earlier this season, once hit 2 grand slams in the same game. Two-two. Outside. Count is full on Gold at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kanishi's 3-2 pitch. Just low and away for ball 4. Gold reaches first on the base on balls. First walk issued to Kanishi. 1-on-1 out for Duke in the first. Claire Davidson is now the batter. Davidson batting .481 for the year through 18 games, all starts. 5 home runs and 21 RBIs for the season. The pitch from Kanishi. There's a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Claire Davidson, 5'9" senior from Lakewood Ranch, Florida. In her last game of the win on Tuesday at Elon, went 2 for 4 at the plate, a couple of singles and scored a run. Called strike. And Davidson quickly down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Gold is at first base. She is a threat to run, 4 for 4 on stolen base opportunities this season. The 0-2 pitch. Popped up and foul, back this way out of play. Count remains, no balls and 2 strikes. That was a 65-mile-an-hour pitch from Kanishi. Kanishi against Davidson, no balls and 2 strikes. No score, bottom of the first, 1 out, 1 on, and a wild pitch gets away from Kanishi. Gold goes over to second base. And Duke has a runner in scoring position here with 1 out of the first inning. One, 2, just off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Davidson at the plate, 5'9" senior from Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Last year started 58 of the 60 games for the team. Hit .325 for the 2023 season. Comes into this game today for the year batting .481. Here's the 2-2 and swing and a miss. Down she goes on strikes. Out number 2 in the inning. Strikeout number 1 in the game for Kanishi. 1 on 2 outs here for Duke in the first. Brings up Giselle Tapia here for Duke. Tapia batting .347 for the year. She has started and played in all 18 games. 1 home run, 22 RBIs for the year. Lifts 1-2 left. Lindsay Culver is there, makes the catch, and the inning is over. And for Duke, Lynn Carrillo as well. Lindsay Culver is the batter, hitting .394 for the season. She has started all 23 games that she's played, 4 home runs and 23 RBIs for the year. Fastball strike from Curd. No balls and 1 strike. Culver, 5'9" senior at the plate from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Had a good game against the 15th ranked Arkansas Razorbacks a couple of games ago. Went 2 for 3, 2 extra base hits, a double and a home run. Scored twice, drove in 2 in that same game. Called strike. 0-2 to Culver. Again facing Cassidy Curd in the circle, 5'7" sophomore from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Downstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Talked to Coach Marissa Young of Duke before the game. Asked her about Cassidy Curd. Says she throws hard, 67 to 70 miles an hour. Throws a fastball, curveball. Gets a lot of strikeouts for this team. 1-2 pitch. Popped up, fouled away. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Curd's 1-2 pitch. Just low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Time is called. Talked to South Dakota State head coach Christina McSweeney before the game. Asked her about her team and this season. She says her team has been rather streaky so far this year. It's been up and down. It's 11-12. Says it's had some great moments and some down moments as well. It's a senior-heavy group, which has lots of expectations this year. Again, the favorite to win the Summit League title this season. A lot of seniors on this team. She says the seniors want to have a legacy when the playing days are over. Says this group of seniors has been a program changer for South Dakota State. Hard-working group that's very dedicated to the program. Here's Courage 2-2 off the plate. Count is full on Culver at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch from Curd on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Out number 1 in the inning, strikeout number 4 in the game for Cassidy Curd. 4 up and 4 down for Curd in innings 1 and 2 combined, and 4 strikeouts so far in the game.
The shortstop, number 27.
Brings up Rosalind Carrillo for South Dakota State. Hitting .232 for the year. 1 home run, 8 RBIs for the season. Takes ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. Carrillo, 5'5" senior from Palmdale, California, against the Razorbacks of Arkansas on Saturday. Went 1 for 4 at the plate, scored a run, drove 1 in as well. 1-0 pitch. Inside out swing. Coming on is the right fielder. Claire Davidson makes the catch, and that's out number 2 in the inning. So Rosalind Carrillo flies out to right, brings up her sister Jocelyn Carrillo, the center fielder. Nobody on, 2 outs here for South Dakota State. Jocelyn Carrillo hitting .234 for the season through 23 games, all starts, 2 home runs and 13 RBIs for the year. Checked her swing, but it's a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. That was a 67-mile-an-hour fastball from Curd. Jocelyn Carrillo, also like her sister Rosalind Carrillo, a 5'7" senior from Palmdale, California. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch just missed. A little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jocelyn Carrillo last year named first team All-Summit League. She was the conference's batting champion a year ago, hit .423 in 17 conference games last year. Got jammed on the hands, fouls it back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Duke has won 17 consecutive games. Again, lost to defending national champion and number 1 ranked Oklahoma to begin the year. Since then, 17 straight wins, 9-0 at home this year. Curds 1-2. Low and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Popped up, fouled back this way, out of play. So the Jackrabbits are coached by Christina McSweeney in her 2nd season. She spent 10 years as the head coach at Division II Arkansas Tech. Won 356 games in those 10 seasons at Arkansas Tech. 400 career NCAA victories in Division I and Division II combined. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. For out number 3 in the inning, strikeout number 5 in the game for Curd. Jackrabbits go down in order again, 1, 2, 3. No run facing Tori Kanishi here, the right-hander for South Dakota State. Vega is the batter, hitting .404 through 18 games, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs in the year. Low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Vega at the plate, 5'7", and a sophomore from DeBary, Florida. In her last game on Tuesday, and the win at Elon, went 1 for 4 at the plate. Scored a run, had a strikeout as well. This Duke team was supposed to play a doubleheader on Wednesday against East Carolina over in Greenville, North Carolina. Those games were postponed due to rain. A lot of rain here in the Carolinas here the last few days. Sunshiny here today, 1-1. Popped up a mile high into medium range right. Emma Osmundson is there, fights the sun, makes the grab, and that's out number 1 in the inning. One up and one down in the Duke's second inning. Kelly Torres is now the batter. Torres hitting .396 through 18 games, all starts, 2 home runs, and 13 RBIs for the year. The pitch. Called strike. Torres, 5'8" senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. In her last game Tuesday in the win at Elon, went 1 for 4, drove in 2 runs. Kenishi's 0-1. Inside and tight, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Torres at the plate last year, 54 games played, 50 starts behind the plate. Starting catcher this year as well. Hit .260 a year ago, made the ACC honor roll. Good student athlete for this Duke softball team. Here is the 1-1 from Kenishi, and that's a big swing and a miss by Torres. Tried to take one deep. Came up empty on the swing, got jammed on the pitch by Kenishi. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. Here in the Duke second inning, we have no score. The 1-2. Low, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Duke trying for its 18th consecutive win here in this game today. Two, and it's sliced foul down to the right. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. I just learned here in the last couple of days that Duke softball is only in its 7th season of existence. First season was 2018. Marissa Young came on board as the program started up in 2018. There's a pop-up to second, and Mia Jarecki makes the catch, and that's out number 2 in the inning. So 7th season now for Marissa Young, 7th season for the Duke softball program. Marissa Young, the head coach, is 230 and 98 in her career at Duke, including 3 consecutive 40-win seasons coming into this year. 2 up, 2 down. Francesca Freelick, the designated player, is the hitter. Takes 1 inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Freelick batting .367, 16 games played, 10 starts, 2 home runs, and 16 runs batted in. Fouls it away. Count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Freelick, 5'5", and a senior from Lexington, Massachusetts. Had a good game at Elon on Tuesday in the win. Went 1 for 4, had a double, 2 RBIs as well. 1-1, beautiful pitch by Kenishi on the corner. Count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Popped up. Shallow right. Coming on is the right fielder. Osmundson makes the catch, and the inning is over. Duke goes down 1-2-3 in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base after 2 complete. South Dakota State 7, 8, 9 hitters. Brooke Dumont, Abby Gentry, and Cheyenne Masterson. Here's Brooke Dumont at the plate, the catcher for the team. Ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Dumont hitting .256, 19 games, 18 starts, 1 home run, 4 RBIs in the year. Here's the 1-0 from Curd. That caught the corner outside for a strike. At the plate, Brooke Dumont, 5'8" junior from Papillion, Nebraska, went 1 for 4. And the team's last win against Arkansas last weekend at the Woo Pig Sooie Classic in Fayetteville, Arkansas, 1-1, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last year, Dumont played in 47 games, had 44 starts, hit .215. Named to the Summit League All-Tournament team, hit .400 in that tournament last year. 1-2, swing and a miss. Down she goes on strikes. Out number 1 in the inning. Strikeout number 6 in the game for Cassidy Curd. She has faced 7 hitters. She has struck out 6.
DP number 24, Abby.
Now it's the designated player number 24, Abby Gentry, up there. Gentry batting .186. No home runs and 7 RBIs. Swings and misses at that pitch from Curd. 68 miles an hour from Curd on that one. No balls and 1 strike. Gentry at the plate, 5'5" freshman from Benton, Arkansas. She's from Arkansas. She played against the Arkansas Razorbacks program last weekend. In the win, she was 1 for 3 in the game, had a walk and a strikeout as well. Nobody on, 1 out, and the 1-1 pitch. Caught the corner inside this time, and the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Abby Gentry. Coach McSweeney calls her a freshman that has no fear. Here's the 1-2. And Curd went up in the zone that time. Gentry able to fight it off, fouls it away. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Curd's 1-2. Inside, got away from the catcher, Kelly Torres, behind the plate. Counting even up on Gentry, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So far, Cassidy Curd in the circle. She has faced 10 batters, and all 10 have gone down in the innings, including, she's faced 7 hitters, rather. 7 hitters, and 6 have gone down via the strikeout. Now the count is full on Gentry at 3-2. What will Curd throw here? No Jackrabbit player has reached base here so far through 2 1/3 innings. Here's the 3-2, and that's inside, ball 4. Good eye by Gentry. First walk issued to Cassidy Curd, first base runner of the day for the Jackrabbits. And now we go to the number 9 hitter, Cheyenne Masterson. The third baseman is now the hitter. Masterson batting .176, no home runs, 4 RBIs for the year. Hits one to second base. Vega to second for 1, over to first base. Double play, 4-6-3 to end the inning. South Dakota State with no runs, no hits, a walk, no errors, and no one left on base after 2.5 innings of play. No score on ACC. 8-9 one-hitters up there for Duke. Baker, Burgess, and Jennings facing Tori Kenichi,
Shortstop number 25, Jada Baker.
who has faced 7 hitters. 6 have gone down. 1 reached base on a walk, and the batter is Baker. Fouls it away. No balls and 1 strike. Baker batting .261, 1 home run, 8 RBIs in the year. Bats in the 8th spot from the right side against the right-hander Tori Kanishi. Upstairs, 1-1 strike. Kanishi in the circle. She got the win against the 15th ranked Arkansas Razorbacks last weekend in Fayetteville. Went the distance, 7 innings, allowed 3 runs on 7 hits, 7 walks, 9 strikeouts. She went the distance, throwing 153 pitches for the game. Swing and a miss for strike 2. In fact, Kanishi holds the South Dakota State school records for career wins with 69, career strikeouts with 790, career shutouts with 32. Fouls it away. 1-2 strikes. Kanishi last year named the 2023 Summit League Pitcher of the Year and First Team All-Conference. 261 Ks last year. Swung on and fouled down the left side. Still 1-2 strikes. So Kanishi, 261 Ks last year, 790 for her career. That's just incredible. Again, throws hard between 67 and 69 miles an hour here this season. Here's the 1-2 from Kanishi, and check swing. They appeal at first base. First base umpire Chris Chubb says no swing. Baker stays alive in the count. 2-2 strikes. The 2-2. Ripped foul, look out. Almost hit it into the dugout. Almost took out a couple of teammates. It ricocheted off the netting. Almost hit head coach and third base coach Marissa Young, who's standing over there at the third base box. Still 2-2 strikes. Each team still looking for his first hit of the day. 2-2. Just off the plate, ball 3. Baker at the plate, 5'4", redshirt sophomore from Longwood, Florida. Started 52 games last year for the Devils, primarily at short. 3-2, and that's just chopped foul at the plate. Baker got a piece of it, still 3-2 strikes. The dimensions here at Duke Softball Stadium, 190 down the lines, 220 to dead center. The 3-2 from Kanishi, and popped up, fouled away again. This is a good matchup here. Good battle between Kanishi and the circle. Baker at the plate. Zeros across the board. No runs, no hits, no errors for each team. As we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kanishi's payoff pitch, and a check swing by Baker. Got jammed in the hands, fouls it away to the screen. Still 3-2 strikes. Baker, one of the team's co-captains here for Duke. And Coach Marissa Young says offensively, Baker, she's been solid at the 9-hole spot this year, batting in the 8-hole spot here today. 3-2 is ripped and foul. It's a good battle here between Kanishi and Baker. Baker fouls it away again, stays alive, 3-2 strikes. Three-two pitch, fouls it away again. 67 miles an hour from Kanishi. Both players with a test of will here, matching wits here. In the circle for Kanishi, in the box here for Baker. The 3-2 again. Just off the plate for ball 4. Second walk issued to Kanishi. And now the number 9 hitter in the lineup comes up in Amaya Burgess here for Duke. Burgess hitting .355, 16 games played, 12 starts, 1 home run, 10 RBIs for the year. Batting for the left side, Burgess, 5'7" freshman from League City, Texas. The pitch by Kanishi, there's a bunt attempt foul. The ball's in a strike. Burgess played high school ball at Clear Creek High School in Texas. Getting the start here today, batting in the 9 spot, facing Tori Kanishi for South Dakota State. 0-1. Pops it up again, and that'll get foul. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 from Kanishi. Check swing. Did they go around? Did she go around? They say yes. Strike 3, out number 1 in the inning. Strikeout number 2 in the game for Kanishi. And now we go back to the top of the order for Duke. Leadoff hitter Deanna Jennings, the center fielder. Jennings is 0 for 1 in the game with a ground out to short in the first. Lifted to left field. Culver near the line makes the catch. Out number 1 in the inning.
If you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night.
Correction, out number 2 in the inning. I beg your pardon. Out number 2 in the inning. Anna Gold is now the hitter. Gold walked in the first inning, was left stranded at second base. Here's the pitch from Kanishi, and that's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Gold, 35 career home runs. Tied for the most in Duke history. Needs 1 more to have that record auto herself. Could this be the day, either in game 1 of the day against South Dakota State, or will it be in game 2? Or will it be later on this season? 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Gold, named first team All-ACC last year. Started 59 games at third base. Hit .313 for the year, 8 doubles. Had 56 runs batted in as well. 2-0, pops it up. Playable, foul grounds, right side, and is that caught? Yes! It hit off the glove of the catcher, Dumont, and Caleb Bernard. Curd has 6 strikeouts so far through 3 innings. First pitch is fouled away by Jarecki. No balls and 1 strike. Jarecki led off the game with a swinging strikeout against Curd in the first. And Coach Christina McSweeney calls Jarecki a very quiet leader, one of the best athletes that Coach McQueenie has ever coached, is what she said. Good hand-eye coordination for this team. Says she plays hard, has the ability to kick things into second gear. Good gap-to-gap hitter. Says she consistently gets good quality at-bats whenever she steps into the batter's box. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch by Curd. Swing and a miss. Down she goes on strikes. Out number 1 in the inning. Strikeout number 7 in the game for Curd, and there's 1 away in the South Dakota State 4th inning.
First baseman number 21, Caleb Bernard.
Caleb Bernard, the batter. She's 0 for 1. She got caught looking on strikes in the first against Curd. Pops it up and right to Curd. Tried to bunt her way on. Bernard pops up to Curd, the pitcher, just like that, 2 outs in the inning. And now the number 3 hitter in the lineup comes up in Emma Osmundson. She's also 0 for 1. Struck out against Curd in the first inning. Curd struck out the side in the first. Struck out the first batter of the second inning. So struck out the first 4 hitters that she faced to begin this game. 7 strikeouts now in the game. Osmundson the batter. Osmundson, 5'10" senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Takes the 1-0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Osmundson named second team All-Summit League a year ago. Her dad, Greg Osmundson, played football for the Jackrabbits in the late 80s. Here's the 0-2 way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach McSweeney said Osmundson, another quiet leader who works hard, not afraid of anything, and doesn't overthink things too much at the plate. Takes challenges well. Here's a challenge against Curd. She's down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled away. Back to the screen. Curd, by the way, in the circle. Last year as a freshman, named first team All-ACC, made the ACC All-Tournament team. Went 18-3 a year ago. 1.56 ERA last year. Led the pitching staff in strikeouts on the year last year with 159. Here's the 1-2. Hit softly to first. Tapia steps on the bag, and the inning is over. Osmundson out 3 unassisted. Down go the Jackrabbits in order, 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Cassidy Curd has still faced the minimum here through 4. Pitchers duel so far here in the softball stadium here at Duke Softball Stadium. And in the circle again is Tori Kanishi facing Claire Davidson. Davidson takes a called strike. 64 miles an hour on that pitch from Kanishi. No balls and 1 strike to Davidson. 0 for 1 today. Struck out against Kanishi in the first. Went down swinging. Back in the first inning. Next pitch up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kanishi in the circle for her career. Named 3 times first team All-Conference, 2023, 2022, and also 2021. 2 times Summit League Pitcher of the Year. That was last year, as well as 2021. She's had a great career at South Dakota State. Lots of Ks. 790 coming into today. Has 2 so far in this game alone. 792 now for the career. 32 shutouts, program record. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Claire Davidson. Davidson, a 2-way player for this team. She'll pitch from time to time, has anyway in the past. Pops it up, foul grounds, right side. First baseman is there, Kayla Bernard. Makes the catch for out number 1 of the inning. She was the one in the last inning that made the put out as her teammate catcher Brooke Dumont had the ball slip out of her glove, and Bernard was right there. Reminded me of the Bob Boone, Pete Rose catch in the 1980 World Series, Game 6, when a very similar, if not the exact same situation happened. When one of the Kansas City Royals players popped it up in the foul grounds on the right side, and Bob Boone was there, Pete Rose was there. Boone tried to make the catch. It popped out of his glove. Pete Rose was there, made the catch. Phillies went on to win the World Series in 1980 in 6 games over the Royals. And a similar situation happened here today in the last inning when Dumont and Bernard pulled a Bob Boone, Pete Rose play to get that out in the inning. Giselle Tapia is the batter, the first baseman. She's 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. Fouls it away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tapia last year, one of two Duke players to see action in all 60 games. She had 56 starts, named second team All-ACC a year ago. It's one to left center. Coming on is the left fielder Culver, makes the catch, out number 2 in the inning.
Second baseman, number 17, Amina Vega.
Nobody on, 2 outs here for Duke, and Amina Vega now at the plate. Vega 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. One ball, no strikes to Vega. Played in 60 games last year as a freshman, started 59 at second base, hit .371 for the year. Named first team All-ACC a year ago as a freshman, now in her sophomore campaign here. There's a swing and a miss. One ball, one strike. Coach Marissa Young said before the game that Vega, she's been great defensively this year at second base, makes the tough plays look easy, leader on the field. Offensively, she says she brings a lot of power on that left side of the plate. Here's the 1-1 to the lefty, and she fouls it away. One ball, one strike. Neither team has a run, neither team has a hit, neither team has an error. Pitchers duel so far between Kanishi for South Dakota State and Curd for Duke. Duke has had a couple of base runners on, but that's it via the walk each time. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lined and cut by the second baseman, Jarecki, to end the inning. Duke goes down in order, 1-2-3 in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base after 4 complete. Who has faced the minimum so far in this game. She's allowed only 1 walk. That's it. Culver, the hitter at the plate. Fouls it away for strike 1. Named the Summit League All Honorable Mention team a year ago. Coach McSweeney says she's a vocal leader on and off the field for this team. Very mature player. Understands what needs to be done on the field to win. She said that Culver's an extension of the coaching staff when she's on the field. Pushes this group to greatness, she says. Takes a lot of pride in this program. One of the seniors on this team, a very senior-heavy group, which is trying to leave its legacy here at South Dakota State. Here's the 1-1 from Curd. Strike 2. Culver, a good defender last year, made only 1 error the entire season. And she started all 58 games and left. Curd's 1-2 pitch. Inside. Count even up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 67 miles an hour on that pitch from Curd. We got a couple of hard-throwing right-handers here today. Curd for Duke, Kanishi for South Dakota State. Each one throws between 67 and 70 miles an hour. Really bringing the heat on each pitch. Here's Curd's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down she goes on strikes. Out number 1 in the inning. Strikeout number 8 in the game for Tori, making a Cassidy Curd rather, for Duke. And there's 1 away here in the South Dakota State 5th inning. Rosalind Carrillo is now the batter. 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. Fastball strike from Curd. No balls and 1 strike to Rosalind Carrillo. There are 3 Carrillos on this team. They're all sisters. You have Rosalind Carrillo, Jocelyn Carrillo, and Kira Carrillo. Popped it up, shallow center. Jennings is there. Makes the one-handed catch, out number 2 in the inning. Now comes her sister, Jocelyn Carrillo. She's at the plate. She's 0 for 1, went down on strikeouts. Victim number 5 in the game against Curd in the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss for strike one. Coach McSweeney says Jocelyn Carrillo, she has the ability to hit the long ball. She can be very strong at the plate. Big spark in the outfield. Says she brings a sense of no fear and a go-get-'em type of attitude to this team every time out. But also says that she brings a sense of calmness to this team. She's been a great mentor to the younger players. Again, a very veteran-led team in South Dakota State. Here holding its own against Duke, an ACC opponent. No score here in the fifth. No hits here for either team in the fifth. The pitch, and she fouls it away to the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs, no score, top of the fifth, and the 0-2 pitch from Curd fouled away. Went up in the zone, a little bit high, a little bit outside, and Jocelyn Carrillo fouls it away. Stays alive in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. The wind is blowing out towards the left field foul pole. Here's the 0-2. Popped it up. Second baseman is there. Vega makes the catch, and the inning is over. Carrillo pops up to second. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base here for South Dakota State. Cassidy Curd has still faced the... Kelly Torres is the hitter. She is 0 for 1 in the game, popped up to second base in the second inning. Tries to bunt her way on foul, strike one. Talked to Duke head coach Marissa Young before the game, asked her about her team and her season this year to this point. She says it's been a great and fun bunch to coach this year. It loves to compete, she says. Also says that someone else different steps up every game to help this team win. It's a very deep pitching staff, good hitting crew. And right now it's so deep on the pitching staff that there's the first hit of the game, a base hit here for Torres, and she's on here for Duke. But Coach Young said, pitching-wise, she has so much talent in the circle, she's not able to find enough innings for everybody. In terms of playing time, says their team's defense has improved a lot from a year ago. Offensively, she says this team has been able to score runs with both speed and power. Torres got on for the first hit of the day for either team. Francesca Freelick now the batter. She's 0 for 1 in the game. A fly out to right. Shows bunt and a beauty. Fielded by Kanishi. Only play to first is in time. Sacrifice is made. Torres goes to second. Freelick out of the sacrifice. 1-3. Out number 1 in the inning. Torres on his second base.
Shortstop, number 25,
Jada Baker is the batter. She walked her first time up in the third inning. One of the co-captains on this team. Pitch, she fouls it away off her foot in the box for strike one. Duke on a roll, 17 straight wins, only 1 defeat. That 1 defeat was the season opener against Oklahoma, the reigning World Series champions from a year ago. In fact, the team won a three-peat. Oklahoma did a three-peat last year, winning in 2021, 22, and 23. Nothing to be ashamed of, losing to the top team in the country the last 3 years on opening day back in February. Duke has won 17 straight since then. Next pitch, up and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Torres is at second base. 1-2 from Kanishi, and that is hit slowly to third. Fielded by Masterson, and can't make the play. Throw back to third. Safe there. Infield single here for Jada Baker. Runners on the corners here for Duke, and 1 out of the inning. And then able to go to second base was Baker, so she's at second. Time is called. Coach Marissa Young going out there to take back some of the equipment from Baker. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Duke and only 1 out of the inning. Amaya Burgess, the left fielder, is the hitter. She is 0 for 1. She went out on strikes to Kanishi in the 3rd inning. Now up here in the 5th. Strike 1. Torres at 3rd and Baker's at 2nd base. Just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Duke threatening here in the 5th. After neither team had a hit, neither team had a run through the first 4 innings. Now we're in the bottom of the 5th. Duke threatening. Here's the 1-1. Fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Time is called. Marissa Young, head coach and 3rd base coach, talking to Burgess, who's at the plate. Now, Coach Young, 230 career wins at Duke, former assistant coach at North Carolina in 2014 and 2015, also a former assistant coach at Eastern Michigan in 2012 and 2013, played at Michigan for the Wolverines program 2000 to 2003. That is sliced and into left field for base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes another run. Sliding in safely at 2nd base is Burgess. 2-run double for Burgess, and Duke takes a 2-0 lead here in the 5th.
That's a double for Duke. You know what that means. It's time for the double beam toss. Amaya Burgess knocks in 2 runs for Duke.
Amaya Burgess breaks the scoreless tie. A 2-run double to left. And for Burgess, her 11th and 12th RBIs for the season. 2-0 Duke here in the 5th inning.
Center fielder number 10, Deanna Jennings.
Top of the order we go, and Deanna Jennings here for Duke. Jennings is 0 for 2. Ground out to short and a fly out to left. The pitch shows bunt. Did it hit her or did it hit her bat? Hit her bat, fouled away for strike 1. And Coach Marissa Young said before the game about Jennings, she is the spark plug at the top of the lineup for this team. Coach Young says, with Jennings, we go as she goes. Good slap hitter, fast runner, lofts one to left field. Catch is made by the left fielder Culver. Out number 2 in the inning.
If you are not ready for the day, it cannot.
Brings up Anna Gold. She walked in the first and was popped up in foul grounds to the catcher slash 3rd baseman combo there to end the 3rd inning. Now she comes up in the 5th. Duke leads 2-0. Runner at 2nd is Burgess. 2 away, the pitch. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gold seeking that next home run, which would give her 36 for her career. That would set an all-time record here for Duke in the program history. Little blooper in there to center field for a base hit. Rounding 3rd, scoring from 2nd is Burgess. Sliding in there. Safe at 2nd base is Gold, and it's 3-0 Duke. Burgess scores from 2nd, and now Gold with an RBI. She's at 2nd base. Time taken. Play at Florida State next week. Hitter is Davidson and takes ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 is whacked foul to the screen. One ball, one strike. Last year, Duke went 48-12. It went 19-5 in the ACC and lost in the ACC tournament finals to Florida State. Duke hosted a super regional but lost twice to the Stanford Cardinal. Now Duke out to another great start here this year. 17-1, 17 straight wins, 9-0 at home. And with the 3 runs here in the inning in this game, Duke has outscored its opponents now 96-7 in 10 home games. And not done yet here in this game, and another game coming up here this afternoon. 3 balls and 1 strike to Claire Davidson. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the first, a pop up to third in the fourth. Gold at second base. Here's the 3-1 from Kanishi, and that just caught the corner for a strike. Runner at second, 2 outs, 3-2 the count to Davidson. Duke with a 3 spot here in the fifth on 4 hits. That's ball 4. And stealing third base was Gold. She's at third base. Davidson at first, only the 3rd walk issued to Kanishi in this game. Brings up Giselle Tapia, 2 on, 2 out here for Duke. Duke up 3-0 the pitch. Outside, throw down to second base, and getting caught stealing was Davidson. She's caught stealing for out number 3. And the inning is over, but Duke does get 3 runs on 4 hits.
And moving to left, number 7, Claire Davidson, leading off top of the 6th.
We go to the top of the 6th, 3-0 Duke. Brooke Dumont will lead things off here for South Dakota State here in the 6th. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So Curd in the circle has a 3-run cushion to work with. She has faced the minimum so far through 5. She's allowed only 1 base runner, a walk, back in the 3rd inning. The 1 pitch. Count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Curd has been consistently throwing 67 miles an hour through this game. That's what pops up on the pitch speed section of the scoreboard every time. Her counterpart, Tori Kanishi, has done the same. Both throwing around 67. The next pitch fouled away. And Coach Marissa Young of Duke said Curd works the strike zone well in the upper part of the zone. Controls hitters well, is having a good season. Curd 2-1 in the year, 1.50 ERA. Curd in the 1-2. Popped it up. Third baseman, Gold is there near the line. 1 out in the South Dakota State 6th inning.
Gentry.
Brings up Abby Gentry, the designated player. She is the lone player to reach base against Curd this afternoon. She walked in the 3rd inning, was later forced out his second on a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. She is the only Jackrabbit to make it to base here in this game against Curd. Curd has faced the minimum. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Called strike. Count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Gentry at the plate. The 5'5" freshman from Benton, Arkansas. Played at Bryant High School. Here's the 1-1. Played at Bryant High School. Played on a state championship team last year in the spring. Finished with a career batting average in high school of .545. Here's Curd in the 1-2. hit to right. Playing it perfectly was Davidson, out number 2 in the inning.
Third baseman number 30, Cheyenne Masterson.
Nobody on, 2 out for the Jackrabbits. Cheyenne Masterson now the hitter. She's the one that grounded out into a 4-6-3 double play to end the 3rd inning. Now she comes up in the top of the 6th. Duke leading it 3-0 against South Dakota State. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Game 2 approximately 30 minutes after this one. On the schedule it says 5 p.m. It'll likely be before then. Supposed to be roughly 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. This game going very fast. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Called strike. Count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Masterson last year, 44 games played, 41 starts, mostly at third base. Playing third base again this year, including today. Here is the 1-1. Slices it foul to the right. Count is 1-2. So Cassidy Curd breezing through this one so far. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the 6th for the Jackrabbits. As the elbow protective piece of equipment for Masterson came loose, fell off her elbow. Now she straps it back on. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Curd. Fouled away, still 1-2. One-two pitch again. Fouled away again. Good battle at the plate between Masterson of South Dakota State and Curd for Duke. 3-0 Duke in the top of the 6th. One-two. Swing and a miss. Down she goes on strikes to end the inning. Strikeout number 9 in the game for Curd. She has faced the minimum through 6. In the 6th inning for the Jackrabbits, no runs, no hits, no errors. Left-hander in the circle now, Alexa Williams, making her 10th appearance on the year, 0-2 record, 4.27 ERA. She has pitched 21 1/3 innings so far. She's allowed 15 runs on 24 hits, 9 walks, 11 strikeouts for the year. 2 balls and no strikes to Giselle Tapia. Facing Alexa Williams. Williams, 5'10", senior from Lincoln, Nebraska. Last year, Williams in the circle for the Jackrabbits, named a Summit League honorable mention as a utility player. Good two-way player for this team. Hit .379 last year. Good pitcher for this team as well. Throws hard and throws ball 4. To Tapia, she walks. 4th walk issued to Jackrabbit pitching here today. 1 on, nobody out here for Duke in the bottom of the 6th. Amina Vega is the batter. She is 0 for 2. Takes a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Vega. Fly out to right, line out to second base so far here today. Strike 2. So Alexa Williams throwing hard. That pitch was 60. Kind of a nasty pitch there from Williams. Time is called. Duke head coach Marissa Young going to talk to home plate umpire Roger Potts. Looks like a courtesy runner is going to go into the game for Duke. Coming in to run is Aaliyah Terrell here for Duke. She'll be the courtesy runner at first base.
Aaliyah Terrell.
Line down the left field line, fair! Rounding second is Terrell. Going for third, and she will hold up there standing up, and a stand-up double for Amina Vega. 2 runners on for Duke and nobody out here in the 6th inning.
Your catcher, number 3, Kelly Torres.
Brings up the catcher, Kelly Torres here for Duke. Infield playing in here for South Dakota State. 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out, and that's a little squibber to third. Masterson to first base in time for the out, and 1 out in the inning.
The previous play is now under review.
And now they're going to go to the replay. And looks like the call is confirmed. They checked the replay. It is confirmed, out at first base.
Now up for Duke, the DP, number 13, Francesca Freeland.
Still 2 on, and now 1 out in the inning for Duke. Francesca Freelich, the designated player, is at the plate. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. Runners at second and third, 1 away. Shows bunt, takes a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Can't even up 1 ball, 1 strike. Freelich at the plate. Her dad, Jeff Freelich, he played football at Pittsburgh for the Panthers in the mid-'80s. Her brother, Sal Freelich, played baseball at Boston College in the ACC before joining the Milwaukee Brewers system, as he was selected in the first round of the MLB draft 3 years ago. So an athletic family, the Freelich family. Softball players, baseball players. Infield playing in again here for South Dakota State. It cannot afford to be down anymore. Heading into the 7th inning. Here we're in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 pitch, and that's foul tipped at the plate. Next pitch outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Terrell at third, Vega at second. Here's the next pitch, and that's fouled away. Still 2-2. Terrell at third and Vega at second base. Duke looking for some more insurance runs here. Duke will have the lead going into the 7th inning. The question is, how big will the lead be? Right now it's at 3. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down she goes on strikes. Out number 2 in the inning. Strikeout number 3 on the day for South Dakota State pitching, and now 2 on 2 out here for Duke. South Dakota State goes back to its normal defensive depth, except maybe in the corners at third and first. Time is called as Christina McSweeney, the head coach for South Dakota State, comes back to the circle. Her team has played well today despite being down 3-0. Taking on Duke, the number 4 rated team in the nation by ESPN.com and USA Softball. Coach McSweeney, over 400 NCAA career wins, if you count Division II and Division I combined. She talks with Williams, goes over strategy, and now Williams will face Jada Baker. 1-for-1 in the game. Walked in the third, infield single, and a run scored in the fifth. The pitch. Fouled at the plate. No balls, 1 strike. When South Dakota State comes up in the 7th inning, it'll have the top of the order up there. 1, 2, 3 hitters, Jarecki, Bernard, and Osmondson, to try and make the comeback and extend the game. 0-1 pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Williams 1-1. Strike 2. Terrell at third and Vega at second base. Duke in the all royal blue uniforms here today, the jerseys and the pants. South Dakota State in the all black uniforms. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Williams retires this side. 4th strikeout today by South Dakota State pitching, but Duke.
Duke scores no runs on 1 hit.
Curd returns for inning number 7. She has faced the minimum so far today. She's allowed no runs on no hits. 1 walk so far today for Cassidy Curd. In the circle faces Mia Jarecki, leadoff hitter for South Dakota State. 1 ball, no strikes. Jarecki is 0 for 2. She has struck out twice, both swinging against Curd. Happened in the 1st inning and the 4th inning as well. By the way, Giselle Tapia has returned to play first base here for Duke. 1-0 pitch. Count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. One from Curd. Fouled away, strike 2. So Jarecki at the plate. Again, we talked about her being a first team All-Summit League last year. Led the team in multiple categories last year, including batting average at .337, hits, home runs, stolen bases, runs scored, total bases, on base percentage, and OPS as well. Here's the 1-2. Fouled away. Good hack at the plate by Jarecki. 68 mile an hour on that pitch by Curd. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Game 2 of the doubleheader about 30 minutes after this one's over. Upstairs, ball 2. That was a 58 mile an hour pitch from Curd. Took something off this time. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 from Curd. Fouled away again. It's been a good battle between Curd in the circle and Jarecki at the plate. And a lot of these Jackrabbit hitters have been able to get good swings, get good cuts against Curd. But only 1 base runner so far here today for the Jackrabbits. It was a walk earlier in the game. Here is the 2-2 from Curd. Chopped to third base, fielded by Gold over to first base. No, she's safe. There goes the no-hitter attempt by Curd. Jarecki with an infield single for the first and only hit of the day so far for South Dakota State, as Curd was flirting with a no-hitter, was 3 outs away. Now just trying to get the complete game shutout win. Kayla Bernard, the batter. Here's the pitch. Little squibber to first. Tapia steps on the bag. Now they say foul ball. They called a dead ball for some reason. Coach Young wants an explanation, as do I. Maybe she fouled it off her foot in the batter's box, not sure. No balls and one strike. Bernard at the plate is 0 for 2 in the game. Snap throw to first base, and Jarecki gets back in time. Count still even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Curd bears down in the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 67 miles an hour on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Out number 1 in the inning. Strikeout number 10 in the game by Curd. She's been outstanding. 1 away in the South Dakota State 7th inning. Emma Osmondson now the batter. She's 0 for 2. A strikeout victim to Curd in the first and a ground out to third in the 4th inning. The pitch. Inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Two balls and a strike. And Coach McSweeney said Osmondson just has a no-fail mentality when she's at the plate, when she's in the game. Doesn't overthink things too much at the plate. Takes a challenge in stride. Very methodical in her approach to situational hitting. Right now her team is down 3. Here to Duke in the 7th, the 2-0. That is lined and caught by the shortstop. Throw back to first. Double play to end the game. And Duke wins it 3-0 over South Dakota State.